Blackmagic has announced their new 12K camera. It's an Ursa Mini Pro 12K. It is absolutely bonkers. Okay, I'm sorry for saying bonkers, but come on. 12K. Okay, so we're just gonna go over the specs. I do not have it written down here, and I'm gonna give you guys my opinion. So I'm just going to get it from memory. We have not 8K, sorry. Okay, let's start with 12K. The amazing thing. 12K at up to 60 frames per second. Wow. First of all. Then we have 8K at up to 110 frames per second. That's pretty much slow motion, 120. It's just 110, pretty much though. Then, if we continue going down the ladder, we have 4K, 220 frames per second. Now, sadly, it's only 220 because it would have been cool to see their 240, just like we're suspecting the Sony something or other to be. So, that's a bit of a bummer, but it's still amazing, crazy slow motion you're going to be getting there. So that is something that I do really like about it. Now, other stuff. Let's go to other stuff. Size of the sensor is a Super 35, I think, whatever. It's not big. It's not Super 35. I don't know, whatever. It's their like APS-C-ish kind of thing. You can change mounts, do all this kind of cool stuff. Very useful, but too bad it's not full frame. But for the price, depends. So let's get to the biggest thing. The price is going to be now $9,995. That's a heck ton of money. That's USD. That's a heck ton of money, but this is a cinema camera that the Arri Alexas can't do that resolution. The Reds can't do that resolution. It's just amazing. Like, imagine having that just at your hand. It's Blackmagic Raw. Ooh, there's a new thing about Blackmagic Raw-ish. Like, it's not new for Blackmagic Raw, but it's new from what I understood, the cameras that use Blackmagic Raw, so it's pretty much new. Blackmagic Raw, they have new color science. It's Gen 5, and it's supposedly very good for skin tones, so that's something. This camera does not have autofocus, so it's not one of those, Canons, but it's a cinema camera, I guess. And that's mainly around that product. And I know it's the craziest product, it's the most amazing product. Sadly, they did not unveil a new pocket camera, which is a bit of a bummer, but this thing is still amazing. They showed it. They showed you how it would look in 1080p. Then they showed you they showed you a picture, okay? And they showed it in 1080p. Then they zoomed out, told you this is now 4K. Then they zoomed out, told you now this is 6K. So I'm like, oh, come on, it's gonna be a 6K sensor. It would make sense because they have the Pocket 6K. So they're going from 4.6K to 6K. That's still pretty good, so I really thought there was going to be that, but nope, then they go up to 8K and I'm like, oh my gosh. And then they're like, 12K. Boom, oh my gosh. Can't believe it. Just couldn't believe it. My heart was like, okay. So, now my heart was going like this. I was going like. But pretty much, the camera is going to be crazy. It's going to be a beast. They have sample files. For some reason, I can't even open them because they're B-RAW. And I'm trying to open it with the B-RAW kind of thingy, look at it or whatever. It's not working. I don't know why, but it's not working. So, too bad. But it is supposedly going to be able to be edited in DaVinci Resolve with some beta kind of thing. So they're going to be having that, and you should be able to download the sample files from their website, though I wasn't able to open them, sadly. So that's pretty much it on that camera. Now let's move on to the next segment, which is other stuff that nobody cares about. Okay, and that light just got in my eye. Okay, so let's go to the other stuff. There is think, tuner recorders, I think. They're priced like $150-ish, I think, something like that. Then there's a $350 external recorder for the Ursa 12K thingy-bogger. The Ursa Mini Pro 12K. So it has an external recorder that works with it. However, now the data rates, I forgot, sorry. The data rates, from what they say on their website, 24 frames per second, 12K, from what they say at least, uncompressed, would be like 2,850 megabytes per second, something crazy like that. And then they show you like the different codecs, how they got it like smaller, which is cool, which is very cool. So that's just showing you the bare quality of it, and that's only in 24 frames per second. You can imagine. Now let's get to the other stuff. Like I promised, we have ourselves a crazy cool kind of new cheap alternative to the monitors that can also record. The external recorders are also a monitor, the assist kind of thing, I forgot what it's called. So we have the 5-inch, and then we also have ourselves the 7-inch, and they're priced pretty cheap. I think one's $650 and one's $450. Don't call me on that. Quote me on that, not call me. That's it about it. They're cheaper, and they don't have HDR. They don't have some other stuff. It wasn't that interesting, but like maybe that's just because I was like, camera. So yeah, that's pretty much all we have for today. Now don't forget to check out these other videos that you guys might like, because YouTube thinks that you guys might like these ones. So check them out because they're very interesting. Okay? See you guys next time. Stay creative, stay safe, subscribe if you want to see more of these kind of stuff. I know that you do. And I have tutorials on DaVinci Resolve, which is an editing software if you didn't know. The free